Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining me today because we have some incredibly important breaking news that could directly affect millions of Americans receiving Social Security, SSI, and SSDI benefits. If you've been waiting to hear about a significant increase in your benefits, today's update is going to be a huge relief. The Social Security Administration has officially approved a major increase that could mean up to $320 more for eligible beneficiaries, and this update is already in motion, with checks being processed and sent out. This is not just a small adjustment or a minor cost of living tweak. This is a substantial boost that comes at a time when so many Americans are feeling the pinch from rising expenses and ongoing economic uncertainty. The approval process, which many of you may have been following closely over the past several months, has finally concluded, and the federal government has confirmed that this increase is fully authorized, passed, and already sent to those who qualify. This is a historic move that affects not just traditional Social Security recipients, but also those on Supplemental Security Income and Veterans Affairs benefits, including SSDI, bringing hope and financial relief to countless households across the country. The confirmation came in a formal announcement from the Social Security Administration, highlighting that the approved increase is the largest in recent years, reflecting the administration's commitment to supporting seniors, disabled Americans, and veterans who rely on these essential benefits. To put this in perspective, an increase of $43.20 annually translates to hundreds of additional dollars per month for most recipients, meaning more stability for bills, groceries, medical expenses, and everyday necessities. This decision didn't happen overnight. It was the result of careful deliberation, extensive economic analysis, and strong advocacy by lawmakers and social support organizations who have been pushing for a meaningful adjustment to match the rising cost of living. The approval signals a recognition by the federal government that Social Security and related benefits are not just safety nets, but vital lifelines for millions of Americans who depend on them for survival. In addition, this announcement underscores the administration's awareness of the urgent need to address inflationary pressures that have disproportionately affected older adults, disabled citizens, and those living on fixed incomes. Now, for those of you wondering how this increase will be distributed, the process is straightforward but powerful in its impact. The Social Security Administration has already initiated the distribution of these enhanced benefits. Eligible recipients will notice a significant change in their monthly statements, with the additional funds reflected either in direct deposits or mailed checks, depending on their chosen method of receipt. This is great news for SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, and veterans who often face complex financial challenges, as it provides immediate relief and a boost to household incomes. Importantly, this increase is retroactive for certain qualifying months, meaning that some recipients may see a lump sum added to their initial payment, effectively giving them several months' worth of increased benefits in one go. For many, this will be transformative, offering a chance to pay off debt, invest in critical healthcare needs, or simply enjoy a greater sense of financial security. Social Security increases like this don't come often, and when they do, they have a profound impact on the daily lives of those who rely on these programs. The background of this increase is also fascinating because it reflects a combination of legislative action and administrative execution. Congress had been debating Social Security funding and adjustments for months, with discussions focused on ensuring that benefit recipients receive a fair and timely increase that accounts for inflation and the rising cost of living. Lawmakers listened closely to advocacy groups, seniors, disabled veterans, and financial analysts, all of whom emphasized the urgent need for a substantial increase. The result is a policy action that not only meets these demands, but also demonstrates a proactive approach to social welfare. By approving a $4,320 increase, the administration is sending a clear message that it values the financial well-being of vulnerable populations and is committed to providing tangible support in real time. It's also worth noting that this adjustment will likely influence other federal programs that are tied to Social Security, including Supplemental Security Income, VA benefits, and other disability support programs, creating a ripple effect of financial relief throughout the system. For those receiving Social Security disability insurance, this news is especially significant. SSDI beneficiaries often face high medical expenses and limited earning capacity, making every increase in their monthly checks a major improvement in quality of life. The $4,320 boost represents not only an adjustment for inflation, but a direct response to the economic realities these individuals face, including rising healthcare costs, housing expenses, and essential living costs. Similarly, veterans who receive benefits through the VA will see the advantages of this increase, providing more flexibility and stability in their monthly budgets. Social Security recipients who may have feared a stagnant income despite increasing costs can now breathe a sigh of relief knowing that the federal government has approved and sent out this substantial benefit increase. This is not a theoretical proposal or a promise for the future. It is a concrete action already underway, affecting millions of Americans immediately. Another aspect of this announcement that deserves attention is the speed at which the Social Security Administration has acted. Often, government processes can be slow and bureaucratic, leaving recipients waiting for weeks or even months to see changes reflected in their accounts. In this case, however, the approval and distribution of the $4,320 increase have moved quickly, signaling efficiency and responsiveness within the SSA. This rapid rollout is critical because it ensures that beneficiaries can access the additional funds without unnecessary delays, allowing families to plan and manage their finances more effectively. It also reflects an understanding of the urgency that many Americans face in the current economic climate, where unexpected expenses and inflationary pressures can create significant hardship. By sending these funds promptly, the SSA is not just providing an increase, it is offering immediate, tangible relief that has the potential to change lives. It's also important to discuss the broader economic implications of this increase. While the primary focus is on the positive impact for recipients, economists predict that such a substantial boost in Social Security and related benefits can have a wider stimulative effect on local and national economies. Increased disposable income for millions of Americans translates directly into higher consumer spending, which in turn supports businesses, local economies, and job creation. For example, seniors and disabled individuals who now have extra funds may choose to spend more on healthcare, groceries, or home repairs, injecting money into sectors that rely heavily on consumer activity. Veterans receiving increased benefits may invest in household improvements, transportation, or educational opportunities for family members. In this way, the $4,020 increase is not just a lifeline for individuals, it also acts as a catalyst for economic activity, highlighting the interconnectedness between social support programs and the broader financial ecosystem. In practical terms, beneficiaries should expect to see changes in their accounts in the coming weeks. The Social Security Administration has been clear about the timeline for implementation, and many recipients have already received notices confirming the increase. For those who have not yet received confirmation, the SSA advises monitoring statements closely and ensuring that contact information is up to date to avoid any delays. It's also recommended that recipients review their benefit amounts carefully to ensure accuracy, as the substantial increase may trigger questions or adjustments related to taxes, withholdings, or other financial considerations. Financial planners and advisors are already providing guidance on how to best utilize this additional income, whether that means paying down high-interest debt, bolstering savings, or addressing long-deferred medical or home needs. This type of proactive financial planning is particularly important given that the increase is sizable and can have a long-term positive effect if managed wisely. In addition to the immediate financial benefits, this increase carries significant psychological and emotional relief for recipients. Living on fixed incomes or facing the challenges of disability can be stressful and isolating, and the knowledge that a substantial, approved increase is on its way can alleviate anxiety and provide peace of mind. Many beneficiaries have expressed gratitude and relief, knowing that the federal government has acknowledged their needs and acted decisively. This approval is a reminder that Social Security, SSI, and SSDI programs are not static, but evolve to meet the realities faced by Americans, adapting to economic conditions and ensuring that those who rely on these benefits are not left behind. The announcement has already sparked conversations nationwide, with families discussing how the additional income will improve day-to-day life, from affording better health care to covering essential household expenses, or planning for small luxuries that were previously out of reach. Furthermore, it's crucial to note that this increase reflects more than just financial relief. It is part of a broader trend of recognizing the importance of social safety nets and the value of supporting citizens who may not have the capacity to fully support themselves due to age, disability, or service-related challenges. Policymakers, economists, and social advocates alike have praised the decision as a forward-looking move, one that underscores the government's role in ensuring equitable access to resources and maintaining a baseline of economic security for vulnerable populations. By approving and distributing a $4,320 increase, the administration has set a precedent for future adjustments, demonstrating that Social Security programs can be responsive, robust, and meaningful in their impact. In conclusion, today's announcement by the Social Security Administration represents a historic moment for millions of Americans. The approval of a $4,320 increase, now fully passed and already sent to recipients, is not just a financial adjustment but a lifeline, offering immediate relief and hope for the future. Whether you are a senior citizen relying on Social Security, a disabled individual receiving SSDI, or a veteran accessing VA benefits, this increase will provide real, tangible benefits that can improve your quality of life. The Social Security Administration has acted quickly, efficiently, and decisively, reflecting an understanding of the urgent needs of Americans in today's economic environment. This is a moment to celebrate, to plan wisely, and to recognize the value of programs designed to support those who need it most. Millions of Americans are already seeing these benefits reflected in their accounts, and for those still awaiting confirmation, it is only a matter of time before the impact is felt. This is more than a policy change. It is a commitment to the financial well-being of citizens, a recognition of the challenges many face, and a tangible step toward greater economic security for all. Don't forget to share this news with family and friends, especially those who rely on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, so they too can understand and prepare for this incredible increase. Remember, staying informed is key, and updates like this can have life-changing impacts when you know what to expect and how to manage it. This is your chance to breathe easier, plan smarter, and embrace the benefits that have finally arrived. If you found this information helpful and want to stay up to date on every important Social Security update, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a critical announcement that could impact your finances. Thank you for watching, and congratulations to everyone benefiting from this historic Social Security increase of $4,320, an approval that is already changing lives across the nation.